Russell Westbrook is coming off perhaps one of his worst and most disappointing seasons of his career in his first season playing for the Lakers. Westbrook went from this.
Bench got the double-double. 3-on-1 for the Thunder. West block for Serge Ibaka on the Westbrook
To this.
Westbrook outside. Here's a three.
Pass deflected out to Westbrook. Westbrook tries to. Reeves gives it up. Westbrook in the corner.
When the Lakers acquired Westbrook, all eyes were on them as their new super team was now featuring LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Russ, and Carmelo Anthony. Westbrook was brought to the Lakers to be the Lakers' new point guard and to replace Dennis Schroeder as a supposedly better fit. Las Vegas was printing more tickets for the Lakers to be the champions than any other team, and the Lakers were quickly the early favorites to win it all. And quite frankly, people had every single right to predict that the Lakers would become champions. With the addition of Westbrook, who is one of the greatest point guards we've ever seen, would now be paired with LeBron and Anthony Davis. Westbrook averaged a triple-double for 4 seasons, was a 9-time All-Star, a former MVP, and was a 2-time scoring champion. This Laker team was simply loaded with talent and experience. I mean, what could possibly go wrong for the Lakers? Well, to start off, the Lakers season started with a pretty rocky start. They started the season battling injuries, and it didn't take long to realize that the Lakers had a huge lack of depth. Trading for Westbrook got rid of players such as Kyle Kuzma, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and the Lakers also did not bring back the GOAT, Alex Caruso. The Lakers also had hope that Talen Horton-Tucker, who was also part of the reason they didn't bring back Caruso, would shine this season, but he ended up taking a major step back. So the Lakers were pretty much left with Westbrook, LeBron, an injury-prone Anthony Davis, a decent but aging Carmelo Anthony, and a bunch of below-average NBA players. The Lakers believed that they would be able to have a successful season with 3 stars alone, and well, you know. The Lakers ended up missing the playoffs and finished way below expectations. When you ask most NBA fans and even Laker fans why the Lakers had such a bad season, you'd probably hear Westbrook, and Westbrook. And most of the blame is ended up being shifted on Westbrook. However, if you look at the Lakers season from the perspective that they were basically a 3-man team, was it really fair to say that Russell Westbrook, was the root for the Lakers' struggles and faults of all the season? To start, Westbrook's field goal percentage was about 44%, while he shot under 30% from 3, 66% from the line, and also added on nearly 4 turnovers a game. Westbrook averaged 18.5 points, 7.4 rebounds, and 7.1 assists, which honestly looks pretty solid on paper if you ask me. But let's look at the bigger picture. These numbers, while not the same as his MVP days, weren't really as bad as the media portrayed it to be. Of course, you can make the argument that Westbrook is slowing down and aging, which is true. You can also argue that Westbrook doesn't fit next to James or Davis, who are both at their best with the ball in their hands and closer to the paint. LeBron and AD need surrounding teammates that can shoot threes, space the floor, cut in a timely manner, screen and locate without the ball, and unfortunately, Westbrook simply does not do these things. However, at the end of the day, I do really think that the media and Laker fans were dead wrong about their team and needed an excuse as to why the season went so south, and Westbrook was honestly just an amazing excuse for them. It's very rare for a team in today's NBA to be successful when you have a bad bench, and in Westbrook's defense, I believe that the Lakers made a terrible choice giving up key role players in exchange for him. And now, I'm not trying to say that Westbrook had an amazing season because, let's face it, he didn't. Laker fans made that pretty clear to him.
Burks trying to contain Malik Monk. Westbrook going about it. Crowd kind of telling him no, and he missed it.
If you ask me, I do not think Westbrook deserved to be treated the way he has, and it's definitely going to be interesting to see what happens with Westbrook and the Lakers in the future. I really hope the Lakers can understand that guys like Dwight Howard, DJ Augustine, Wayne Ellington, and Avery Bradley are not going to get the job and outcome that they are looking for. As far as his future with the Lakers go, Westbrook can technically become a free agent this summer and leave LA. However, Westbrook will most probably be exercising his $47.1 million option by June 29th and enter the offseason as a Laker. For Westbrook, this would obviously make the most sense for him because he probably would not get anything close to $47 million if he decided to leave the Lakers. As for the Lakers, it would be very hard for them to trade him away at this point, as the risk to reward ratio of paying Westbrook $47 million wouldn't be worth it for most teams, and the Lakers would most likely have to give up a first round pick just to get rid of him. So yeah, it appears that Westbrook will actually end up staying with the Lakers this season, and it's definitely going to be interesting to see how that all pans out. As a Russ supporter and fan my whole entire life, I'm definitely hoping that Russ thrives with the Lakers this season and will be able to prove all of those calling him Westbrook wrong. I also hope the Lakers front office is able to make the right choice and get some decent role players that would allow the Lakers to actually have some depth and not just rely on LeBron, AD, and Westbrook. And if you're this type of fan,
Westbrook, I'm a biggest fan. Westbrook. I said I'm a biggest fan. Westbrook.
What you call me?
Westbrook.
What?
Russell Westbrook.
You're the biggest fan.
No. I didn't mean it like that. Okay, I didn't do it like
honestly, just stop. That's obviously not right and extremely disrespectful. If you want to say it in private, go ahead, but don't disrespect Russ in front of his face like that. And with all that being said, if you made it this far, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments if you agree with me. Did Westbrook deserve all the hate he received? Do you think it was justified? Comment below and I will try to answer back to all of you. And yeah, hope to see you guys all in the next video. Peace.